Hi, and hello there, everyone. I just wanted to introduce everybody to my TCG Pokemon Pocket. It's not mine. I don't own the rights or anything like that. I just wanted to do sort of like a introduction to the game. Go over like what you see, how to play. I probably should have started a fresh account for this, but it is what it is. So I have been, my brother sent me this game, and I've been playing a lot on my, it's a mobile game, by the way. Right now I'm using a emulator to connect it directly to my mobile account. You can connect it to your Nintendo account, your Google account, what have you. My brother sent it to me and was like, bro, play this game. He didn't say it like that. I also didn't say it like that. Anyways. So I started playing it, and I actually got really into it. I started watching some other streamers stream it, and I was like, why don't I stream it? And now we're here. So it's like Pokemon trading card game, but it is schmo. It is brand new, and it's its own thing. So you have new packs. This new genetic 8-packs set is brand new for the game. You get missions. All of this is separate from the regular trading card game. So I just wanted to... Cats are playing. I just wanted to do an introduction for you guys. For anybody who wanted to watch, really. Anyone at all. So, when you first make your account, you pick your first packs. It'll walk you through a tutorial. The tutorial is very helpful. It gives you some hourglasses and other stuff that help you sort of play the game later. It'll have you pick either a Charizard, Mewtwo, or Pikachu pack. Each of these packs are actually different, whereas like in any other trading card game, it'll just be like the aesthetic of the outside of the packaging and not actually what you get on the inside. Whereas online, if you pick a Charizard pack, you get a specific set of cards. It'll sort of display them here. You can even sort of scroll through them. Mostly fire cards, some water cards, and actually a lot of grass cards as well. Charizard EX is obviously in this one. Then if you were to pick Mewtwo, you get like a lot of psychics, also some grasses, the dragons, and the ghosts and stuff like that. Cubone also. And then Pikachu, you get obviously Pikachu EX in this one, some Blastoise for some reason, Eevee, and other cutesy cards. Whichever one you pick for the first pack and the first Wonder pick are based on the first pack you get, and you always get a very specific Pokemon from it. I don't know why Pokemon. So if you get the Pikachu line, you get... What Pokemon are they? I will look it up and I will put it here. That card is what you get in the Pikachu, and that card is what you get in the Charizard, and that card is what you get in the Mewtwo. So that'll all be up for you to read right now. Moving on. Anyways, when you pick that, you'll get those specific cards for the first pack only. And then moving forward, you can just get whatever is in the pack, whatever pack you're interested in, just delve into it. I do recommend, if you are trying to build a deck to play successfully in the first few packs, focus on one pack. So like if you're trying to get this Wigglytuff up here, which I did actually try to do for the first one, I focused on that Wigglytuff. I opened a bunch of Pikachu until I got a deck that was playable, and then from there I just wanted to keep finishing the Pokedex. So I've been sort of flip-flopping between the different packs in front of me. So definitely focus your efforts into one pack of your choice. get a workable deck and then use that deck to do all of the solo missions and some of the events and verses and stuff like that to build up your repertoire and then collect the rest of the Pokedex if that's what you're into. Or if you're trying to look for a very specific one, like you're like, oh, I really want that Eevee, then focus on that. I definitely recommend going for the deck build first. Moving on. So I mentioned in the packs you would get a very specific EX Pokemon. You also get a very specific promo, and that is from when you're doing the tutorial on Wonder Picking. And you're going to find Wonder Picking in the bottom left of your screen. You sort of accumulate these Wonder Hourglasses over time. You also accumulate pack Hourglasses over time. If you have the premium pass up here, then you will get an additional pack over time as well. So every 12 hours you get a regular Pokemon Hourglass booster, Hourglass specifically, and then every 24 hours you get an extra one from the premium pass. So it's like you get to open sort of two. And then in the Wonder Pick section, it'll also go every 12 hours. I believe you'll get one little pip. And you'll see when you go into here that the pips sort of affect the level at which you open a Wonder Pack in. And if you befriend people with different languages, you can actually unlock cards that are going to be in a different language. So like if I wanted this Eevee, for example, it would be in Japanese, and I would have a Japanese Eevee. The only one I do have that is like that is actually a Gengar, and I don't know what language it's. I think it's an Italian. I could be wrong and a little racist, and I'm very sorry. But I do have a not English Gengar. It's my only Gengar, unfortunately. I do need one more Gengar to finish my Gengar deck, of which I want to build really badly. So, the Wonder Hourglasses in the top sort of reference the number, the rarity of the cards provided. So because this Eevee is a 3 rarity or whatever it is, then the Hourglasses, in order to potentially get that, required are 3. And then you can scroll down and you'll see like it requires 1 for this because the rarity of these are so low, and other stuff. You'll also see on here there's a little Pokemon binder icon in the bottom left. That's if you own the card. If you own the card, it'll tell you in this Wonder Pick screen, like I own all these, I own all these. Honestly, I'm gonna keep scrolling because I don't know if there is any that I don't own. I know that in my Pokedex there are cards I do not own, but in the Wonder Pick section, I just wanted to see if there were any today. So far it does not look like it, which is very unhelpful to my cause. Nope, I have all of these. I'm only missing like 16 cards for the total Pokedex, so I'm not surprised that there isn't one on here. I actively look for them every day. But if you did not own a card, then this tiny little binder icon would not be present. It would just be, you'd see the rest of the card, basically. And you go, oh, I want that card, maybe, I don't know. So in order to use these, if I wanted to, I could click on the one because I have one Hourglass. I could go in here and I could just hit OK, and we would flip cards. But if you wanted to open one that you haven't opened yet and you're behind, you can sort of pay into it. You do not have enough Wonder Stamina, but you can add stamina. So on here, if you have the right resources, it'll let you add stamina. Now this requires 3. I do not have enough. And it switches between like Hourglasses and gold. Like it'll just switch between them, which is interesting. It usually will prioritize something that is not gold, but if you ever want to rush a pack or something like that, you could do that here. You can also do that in the packs, and I'll show you that in just a sec. But let's just pick a booster to sort of show you how it is done. I want to pick one that's just got a 1. I would prefer to pick one that I would like a Pokemon for. Let's do the Onyxes. I have an Onyx deck. It is one of my best decks that I do have, so we're going to go with this one. We'll probably get an Onyx out of it, but let me just show you how it's done. You'll click on it, you'll click OK, it'll show you all the cards, and then it'll flip them over, and then it'll shuffle them. Boom. And then you just pick a random card. I haven't decided on one that I like yet. I would like to sort of figure out which one I want to go with in the future and just be like, oh, I'm going to pick the first one every time, or I'm going to pick the middle one every time. But I haven't figured that out yet, so far I've just been completely randoming. That was a Neckens. We didn't really need Neckens, but whatever. Okay. So that's how it's done. And then it adds to your collection, it shows you where everybody else is, and then you can go, oh, I should have picked the first one. Maybe I will the next time. You can send a friend request to someone if you don't know them, but you can always send a thanks. Always send a thanks. Always feel good. You want to receive thanks. Those thanks can actually turn into tickets, so send them so that people will send them to you. Let's go back to the screen. Here is your opening screen. We are loading. There we go. So real quick, let me just show you on the packs what I was talking about before. In your hourglasses, if I wanted to open this pack, you could click open a pack and rush it. Bless you. The kitten was sneezing. You could rush it as well with either hourglasses or gold or whatever you have available. You can also open 10 packs at a time, and it does this really cool thing where it'll line up them all, and you do your little shrink to open your pack, and it'll just go up, and it'll just open all of them at one time. And then you go through 10 packs of opening and look at your 50 cards. It tells you sort of the rates on here, what type of cards you can find in them, the rarity of them, what have you. It's usually like a 2% chance. You can get fancier cards, so these are the crown rares. You can get them in any pack. They're not specific to their card. So like Pikachu EX regular can be found only in Pikachu decks, or the packs. And crown rares can be found in any of them. You can find Pikachu EX in any of them. I was lucky enough to pull a crown rare, which was really cool. And then it goes the same, you can find the crown rares in any pack. The Charizard, that is like an immersive, can only be found, I guess, in his pack as well. Just like regular Charizard EX. It shows you the rest of the cards. So if you're looking for Starmie, for example, which I have been looking for a Starmie, so I do want to start opening more Charizard packs and try to find a Starmie, because I don't even have a regular Starmie, and I would like one. But it shows you just the percentages of everything in here if you are curious. But it's an average of like 2% for everything else. So close that, go to the home page. Let's see. Oh, I should actually stay in there because I want to show you guys these. So over here in the bottom right, you'll see booster pack points. Every time you open a booster, you'll accumulate points, and then you can use these points to buy cards. Just straight buy a card. It does max out after a certain while, so definitely expend those if you have all of that mun. If you do, you can use them to buy a crown rare. You can also use them to buy the immersives, or any of the like rainbow EXs or full arts or whatever. They all have different pricing on everything. If it's like a regular card you can find in any pack, it's like 35, goes to 70, 150, yada yada yada. It is at 455 right now because I am hoping to pull a Starmie. If I can't pull a Starmie, I might buy a Starmie. I also might save up. I'm trying to complete the Pokedex, but I'm also trying to get pretty cards, but I'm also trying to get viable decks. So, fluctuating between those thoughts is a lot. Okay, so it'll come up one time when, or soon, when Genetic Apex is not the only one. You can pick your other packs in the right, but Genetic Apex are the only ones right now. So, going back to the start. This is our home page. You can see your level up here. You can click on it, it'll take you sort of to your profile. Here's my friend ID. If you want to add me, just go ahead and put that in. I'll put it in clickable form in the link below so that you can just copy paste it. Although if you're playing on your phone, it might not be helpful, but you could just type it in. I pointed over here because my monitor's over here, but the information is actually that away for you guys. I don't know why it looks like that on my screen. You can pick a cute slogan. You can change your name at any time. It tells you your experience level. You can change your icon. You gain certain icons if you do certain rewards. You can pick your slogan. I thought this one was funny because how can you be confident at luck? It shows your battle record. I have won 68 games, dealt 150 damage max, which means I've never played Lickitung. I might play Lickitung one day. We'll see. Total points 168, meaning how many times have I killed, knocked out, not killed, we don't kill Pokemon here, knocked out a Pokemon or an EX. If you get an EX, then you get 2 points. You do regular, 1 point. You can pick your emblems. This was from the event, or you can buy the other emblems just by playing a bunch of games. You can sort of showcase your favorite stuff here. And then it sort of goes into your achievements and like all the other stuff that you have. So, that is another way to access your profile on the bottom right. You look at your premium pass, the shop items. This is just another sort of home tab that you can click down here in the little hamburger. What else we got on the home page? On the home page, you can also look in the top and see your favorites. So this is a favorite, this is the favorite display board that I have. I love this Wigglytuff. I'm proud of this Wigglytuff. It's freaking pink. Of course, it's going to be my number 1. And then from there, you can go into and look at your favorite binder that you have. These are the hardest things to get a hold of, so I just put them in here. And you can sort of see the binder that you're in. You can go back to your home page by closing out of that. This just shows your favorites. It doesn't show all of your boards, it just shows your favorite boards that you have marked. And you can see the news up here in the top right. You got the Fire Pokemon Mass Outbreak going on right now, and you got the Black Friday deals going on, etc. I believe the Genetic Apex event is still going on with that as well. Let's see, you can look at the gifts in the top right. This is where all of the people who ever thank you will go here. You can claim those, get all of your tickets. For example, here's the claims. This is a bunch of battles, or a showcase item of mine was liked. Awesome. Definitely like things for people because it gives you these tickets. Now these tickets can be used in the shop, which you can also access on the home page. In the shop, you get a daily gift. Usually it is just an hourglass and a ticket. Your shop tickets are displayed up in the top right, and then you can sort of see what you can buy them with. This is all of the limited available items in your shop, and then these ones get refreshed, also limited in your shop as well. For example, we could try for that Eevee. Maybe we should try for that Eevee, because we actually do have enough to buy an hourglass in here. You can also save some for a special shop ticket. I don't recommend it for the shop, but, you know, if you're into the available shop, it's in this bottom neck, or this right section here. I'll show you that in just a sec. You can also buy different colored binders, or display cases, or covers, or whatever these are. Supporter cards and item cards can be purchased here. Before you buy anything else, buy at least 2 of each of these, because these are going to be how you're like, these are going to be the building blocks of your decks. Every single deck needs at least 2 of most of these cards. Professor's Research, absolutely. Potion, absolutely. X-Speed, most of the time. Hide Scope, if you're into it. I'm not into it, some people are. Pokedex, you don't really need, so don't worry about that one. Pokeball, absolutely. Unless you're playing, like, Articuno All Trainers or something. I don't know. It's most of the time you're going to want the Pokeballs. And then Red Card is like a if you're into it kind of thing as well. But buy at least 2 of these before you buy anything else in the shop and wasting stuff on these hourglasses. I myself am going to pick up one of these hourglasses real quick. Actually, maybe I'll pick up a few of them. Because I want to be able to try for that Eevee, and I want you guys to see me try for that Eevee, and you can make fun of me in the comments below. Which reminds me, if you do like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe, please. I would super, super, super duper appreciate it. I really like this Pokemon Pocket game. If you help me, I will help you, and I will post more content about it, and I really like it. I'm going to try and stream it on Saturdays, ideally, in the day. That's how words work. Okay, this is the main shop. You can scroll to the right, and you can look at the Genetic Apex specific shop. Now, on this one, you can exchange the Genetic Apex tickets specific to Genetic Apex and buy these icons. Now, you get these tickets by filling out the Pokedex or what have you for this specific set. So any Genetic Apex cards, there's 226 or something. The more you get, the more you fulfill those missions, which I'll go over the missions in a moment, and you can use those in the shop here. Moving on. This is the special shop. I have 2 tickets. I will show you how I got those. And then these are all cosmetic, so it is a sort of if you're into that kind of thing. I don't recommend spending 200 regular tickets on these tickets because it requires 12 and 26 and 7 to get anything in here. This I honestly would prioritize at the last possible moment. If you dump a bunch of money into the game, open a bunch of packs, and get pretty far, and you feel like you've completed your Pokedex, and you want to eat up some other Pokemon to get these, you could do that. I will show you how to do that. I got it to get these 2 tickets, actually. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of if you're into it kind of thing. Moving on. Other. I don't remember what was here, but I apparently bought them. I believe this is where some other cosmetics were. Like the Charizard sleeves and stuff. I really should have done this on a brand new account and just sort of showed you through it. I might do that in another video. This is just sort of an introduction to the game. This is sort of like a, hey, I've been here for a while, I'm going to introduce you to what I know, and then maybe I'll do another video of like a starting from scratch and what I suggest. We'll do that. Please do comment below if that's something that you'd be interested in seeing. I would really appreciate it. There are limited time events in here as well. These are specific to the Premium Pass. If you have the Premium Pass, you can get the Mewtwo specific cosmetics, and then you can also get the Pikachu thing. This is where you can spend some other Poke Gold to get other cosmetics specific to Erica. Apparently there's 2 different coins, or maybe one is a coin and one is a icon. One's a coin, one's an icon, probably. My nose itches, I'm so sorry. Oh. Okay. I didn't buy these. I would buy them if I had money, but I don't, so there. My nose itches, I'm so sorry. It just tickles, just right on the tip. Okay. This is another section for limited time events. This is where it will display, so there was a Meowth event a while ago. This is where it would display that. Now, any of those events will be very specific to that event. So, like, if you're doing well... Let me start over. Any of these events that show up on this page are going to be specific to their own event. So, for the Meowth event, it was, like, find some Meowth, get Meowth credit. Play against something with Meowth, whatever. Like, it'll have tools and missions. It'll have missions specific to that set or that event, and it'll be like Meowth event. And then this shop will be like use your Meowth currency for these items, and it was like Meowth cosmetics. So that's where that was. That's where you'll find it in your shop. You can purchase Pokegold in the bottom right. It gives you sort of a description of what the options are. Some of these are special, like the 6 days one. This is one of the last Black Friday ones that has not been accessed on my account. The Black Friday deals are very good. I do recommend them. Otherwise, I recommend the Premium Pass if you're going to play for a while, honestly. And anything that is like in this regular Pokegold session, do not do not indulge them. It is certainly not worth it. Okay, and let's go back to the homepage and go from there. Okay, let's get into the other tabs down here at the bottom. The next tab is your inventory, your cards, your Pokedex, your what have you. This is your filter you can use to look at it via collector number, type. This is rarity, recents. Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could do it like that. I've never used recent. And then duplicates. Helpful. Usually rarity and type is how I sort. I like to look at the prettiest ones on there. If you click it once, it just sort of takes you to always ascending. If you want to look at it descending, just click it one more time and it'll go into descending. These are my special cards. I'm really proud of them. It tells you on here how many of each card you have, and then it'll sort of display them as well. On here, you can click on them and like play with them, look at them. The crown rares are really neat. You can click out of that. You can click obtain flare. This is where you can throw your crown rare straight in the trash and buy special tickets if for some reason you wanted to do that. All of your flare can be used to, or can be purchased through this currency in the top right, which is shine dust. You just accumulate it throughout playing the game. And usually it expends your card to do so. They have two different kinds of flare though, if you didn't want to throw it into the trash. One flare is a battle flare. It'll say battle right here. When you play it, when you play it in game, it'll enter and do an effect. But it only does it once, so battle ones are kind of meh in my opinion. You can obtain flare with regular cards, so let's do the opposite effect here. Go to rarity. Let's show someone else. What's a good? Oh, we just pulled an Ekans, didn't we? Let's look at the Ekans. Sorry, scrolling on here is a little bit harder to do than scrolling with your hand on like an iPad or something. Okay. So we just pulled some Ekans, so let's go into here. We've got 5 total Ekans. So let's obtain flare. And it shows you all the different kinds of flare that you can obtain. We might already have this flare, those just regular cosmetic gold little stars. But you can obtain, it lets you unlock each stage once you have already unlocked one of them. So, for example, we already have the starlight sprinkle gold thing, so we can unlock the dark type cosmetic. Now these are just regular cosmetics. When you're like holding out the card about to cast, it'll sort of show the card with the display, and it'll come into play like that. It won't stay pretty while it's on the battlefield, but it'll sort of show everybody that. It lasts longer than the battle one. So when you play the battle one, it's just like a one-time, ooh, pretty, and then this one is sort of a longer flare, if you will. But it usually takes cards, the card quantity, and then some shine dust as well. So I will exchange this. Usually, it'll tell you on here if it's a higher rare card, it'll say you cannot consume this card because it wants you to have at least 2. It wants you to have at least a playable amount. Some of them it doesn't care, and you need to look out if that's going to affect your deck building and stuff like that. So it just does a little display for you. It shows you it's on that card now, and you proceed. Now, putting them on the cards is a different thing. It's complicated. Oh, and then it unlocks the one to the right. Once you've unlocked one, it'll allow you to buy the next one. This is a battle one, enters once, and then the next one is a regular cosmetic. Okay, if you're also clicking on a card, it shows you more than just obtaining your flare. You can favorite it in the top right. You can go to your binders and your display boards. You can scroll down, it'll tell you some information, like its Pokédex entry, or its Pokédex number for this. It'll tell you the artist, it'll tell you the attacks that it has, what it's weak to, related cards. For this one, it is its evolution. Icons is a basic Pokemon, Arbok is a stage 1 Pokemon. It shows you all that. You can click on Arbok, it tells you all the same information. It takes you to a different tab. Helpful stuff. Also, anytime you click on one of your icons in the bottom, it'll just sort of refresh the page and take you to the top. This is where you can also click on here. You can change it to your Pokédex. So right now we're missing 16 cards. It says 210 out of 226. It says you have 25 stars and 1 crown rare. Stars are just like the more rare ones. I'm missing a Venusaur and a Beedrill and a Victory Bell and some others, but I'm almost there. I'm working on it. And then you can go to your binders. This is where you can sort of organize your collection. This doesn't do anything. You can make these things and it'll go to the social hub, and when people are scrolling through the social hub, they can see your stuff and they can like it or thank you. Those likes and thank yous turn into the store tickets and stuff. So yes, liking them, thanking people, do it. People love it, and they can use it to deck build and stuff. So highly encourage. Make display boards, make binders. I have a binder that's dedicated to fancy supporters. I only have one fancy supporter, but that's okay. I have one dedicated to my prettiest ones. I only have one. They're all pretty, but still. And then I have one dedicated to the Pokemon that everybody knows and loves. The starters, the Eevees, the Pikachu, you know them. These will be posted. People will like them. So far I've had 44 likes. That's a lot. I didn't even know it was 44. That's pretty cool. You can go to display boards. This is where you pick one singular card and you put his butt into a pretty display case, if you will. You can click on the card and you can sort of look around the card. And because this is an immersive card specifically, you can tap it and hold it, and it'll do a little display for us. It'll take us in, because we are immersed. This is my favorite immersive out of the 3. It plays some fancy music. It shows you, right now it's Charizard having an epic battle, which is my favorite one. I think this one's the coolest. Pikachu's is really cute. It's just him chilling in very, like, peaceful meadow. I love that Psyduck. But yeah, the immersives are amazing. But yes, you can have display cases, for all of your, little guys, and you can unlock these display case cosmetics, throughout playing the game, basically. This is where you can put your decks. Your decks can stay here. You can build up to 15 decks. I have sort of my top 3 that I have been playing, in order of when I built them. You can have highlight cards in your decks. You can sort of show those. So it's sort of like, what's the deck based around? Right now I have an Onyx deck, and that is sort of like the first deck I built. The first one I had that was like playable and good enough to acquire all of my missions and stuff like that. He's a good boy, my Onyx deck. They have silly names, because of course they do. If something has a cosmetic on it, you'll see it on this sort of highlighted cards. You can have 0 to 3 highlighted cards on your deck case. You can change your deck case. and then your decks will just all sit here. So let's just go into that and see what that looks like. So on here you can change your deck cosmetics, how it looks to everybody else. You can change the deck box to whatever deck type. There's also a multicolor one. You can change the deck energy. Now I have a fighting deck, so obviously it's going to have fighting energy, but I could, if I wanted to, just add metal. It'll say, hey, that's not in your deck, and I'm like, you're right. I should probably take that off. Helpful information. And then you can pick your highlight cards on here. If you pick one that has a cosmetic on it, it'll display that a little bit. I think mainly only for the main one, not for the second ones. And you can sort of put them up there. Yeah, because this one does not show its cosmetic. So only the first card will show its cosmetic if there is one. I'm hoping to get more Onyx cosmetics because he's my goodest boy. This is just a genuine solid deck. It doesn't even have EXs. It's just, it does its job. You can put your accessories on here. You can put your different sleeves. You can pick your coin. You can pick your play mat. And dress it up that way. Now to edit the deck, this is just you looking at the deck right now. You can edit the deck by going to Edit, and then in the top you'll have all of these options right here to edit your deck. Now if you click something, it takes it off the list. Now if you scroll down to, what was that, potions? If we wanted to add potions, then we go on here, we go click, click. Boom, we added our potions, and that's just how you do it. You can add it, you can minus them down here also, so if you're on here you can go no, or you can go totally no, but you can also just click twice and add them back to your deck. Very easy, player friendly, I think. You can add your flare on here just by clicking this little icon here that is on top of your thing. It'll also display the flare you have on. So right now this is, I have the Battle Star Flare, and this has my little picture of my squares. I don't even know. The square flare. You can click onto that and you can change your flare here. You can pick the Battle Flare or the Gold Cosmetic Flare, whatever you have available. But once I click one of them, it is unavailable for the other one. So because I have two Sandshrew, one Sandshrew has the sort of square flare, and one Sandshrew can have a different flare. Basically, if one Sandshrew has only one flare available to it, it will consume that, and the other one cannot have that. So in order to have both of my Sandshrews having the Earth square flare, I would need to purchase and flare up a second one. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. I will want to do that one day because I think I like that flare more than the other flares available, but it is what it is. So for example, this one, I have two available of the sort of battle brown hexagon flare, and two available square flare. So that's why I have the availability of putting two on each of these guys. Yeah, that's how you do that. That's how you deck build. Every single deck can have a maximum of 2 of the same card. That being said, I can have this Mewtwo and this Mewtwo, but I can't have 2 of this Mewtwo and 2 of this Mewtwo. This is Mewtwo EX. They are the same cards, same stats, everything like that, just different cosmetics. So I can only have 2 total Mewtwo EXs. But I can have 2 Mewtwo EXs and 2 regular Mewtwo's, non-EXs, in the same deck. For example, where did that guy go? We're talking about Mewtwo. Here he is. So, Mewtwo EX is a different card than Mewtwo. I could have 2 Mewtwo's and 2 Mewtwo EXs legally in a deck. But 2 is your maximum. It is only a 20 card deck. You do not need to put energy in the deck. It will generate energy every turn. So when you're thinking about building a deck, keep in mind you can only have 2 of each card type, or card name, card specific. That 2 of that card. On top of that, you will usually have a generic set of supporters and item cards that go in every deck, like Sabrina's and potions and professor researches and stuff. Those will probably be in almost every deck. Keeping that in mind. Okay, so that's where your decks are. That's how you sort of build your decks. Let's move over to the next tab. Clicking down here, Social Hub. We don't have trading yet. Trading is not in the game just yet. Hopefully it'll be in the game soon. We are all looking forward to it. This is where you can see your community showcases. This is where you should just go through. It doesn't matter who puts stuff in here. You go and you like everybody's stuff, alright? You give them love. You show them the love that they deserve because you want someone to do this to you. If you get likes, if you get thanks, if you get any of that crap, it turns into tickets. It turns into a bunch of stuff. This guy doesn't even have one? No, he did. He's got an Alakazam. Like everybody's stuff, okay? Then you can scroll down to your friends. Like your friends, absolutely like your friends' stuff because they're your friends for a reason. Give them the love as well. Give them. Love them. Love them all. Oops. Click on them. Love them. Pass them. Send it. Everybody. Everybody send your love. Okay? I love you guys. It's the name of the whole thing. So you gotta love everybody else as well. Anyways, this is where you can sort of go through and like everybody's stuff. This is where they're gonna like your stuff. This is where your displays boards are put. This is where your binders are put. And it's where you can sort of go in and look at their stuff as well. You can type in friend IDs here, or you can do it on the other page in the friend channel. You can add a friend right here using this little dude with his little plus mark buddy. You can have up to 99 friends so far. I don't know if that's going to change. I've got 30. Some of these people I know in real life. Some of these people I just added after a game because I was like, wow, I really like your deck. Or, wow, you really destroyed me. Or, wow, I really, really destroyed you and I'm sorry. Like, or just cuz. There are some sent requests on here that have not been fulfilled. There are approval codes that you can get when someone sends you a friend request. You can go into the top and add your friend code here. You can search them in this key mark here, and then you can put your friend code anywhere. Yeah, add me, by the way. Add me, because I want to be your friend. I know I can only have 99, but I think only like 2 of you watch anyway, so. If more of you watch, fantastic. Please share the love. Tell people I'm here because I want to do more of this content, and I really thoroughly enjoy it. Okay, and then you get onto your final and most interesting tab, the one you will be clicking on probably the most, other than I guess the homepage. Battles. I don't know why I said it like that. Battles. This is where you battle things. First, you're going to be doing a lot of these solo battles. The battles are going to be, in the beginning, solo battles just give you a bunch of, tickets and rewards and currencies for any of those shops that we looked at. For example, if we go into this one, it tells you, in here, the type of mission required to get your reward and what that reward looks like. So this one gave us a hourglass, shine dust, and some tickets, just by fighting them specifically. Do these. Do them all. Do all of the solo missions best you can. This one, Expert, took me forever to do. I do not have a Pikachu EX deck, which is the #1 in the meta right now. I do not have it. I do not want it. But it was incredibly hard to beat the Expert solo battles without one. But it's doable. I did it. And in here they have very specific things, like win this battle with a Pokemon, win this battle with a deck whose Pokemon are only fighting type. And obviously, Venusaur is a grass type, and most fighting type are weak to grass type Pokemon in this game. Not in the video game. In this game, most of the fighting type cards are weak to grass type cards. Some things vary on that. Make sure you look at the card when you're building your deck. It'll say in the bottom left corner, like where this Venusaur is, what it is actually weak to. For example, Zapdos is an electric Pokemon. Most electric Pokemon in this game are weak to fighting type Pokemon in this game. Zapdos is an electric type Pokemon that is weak to electric type Pokemon because it's a bird. So they think about these things. It's a flying type Pokemon, but there's no flying type card type for the game yet. So I don't know. There's also not fairy type cards, which I noticed. I really wish there were fairy type cards, but who knows? I don't know. It's not me. It gives you some missions on here and how to beat them, and it gives you some points and stuff when you do so. So, do your solo battles. Here's your guide. This is what all of you should be doing if you're brand new. Completing this guide, I will do a video of that as well, for that introduction thing. It's also a place you can see all of your decks if for some reason you wanted to go here instead of your collection. Versus, there is an event going on right now, the Genetic Apex Emblem event. So you can get 3 emblems with this event, which I have already done, just by winning 45 games. I'm not going to keep playing this because I've already gotten my 45 wins. I've already got my my successful emblem. I already completed the missions. So I don't need to keep playing this in order to do that. You're more than welcome to. People are still going in there and they're still trying to get their emblem. Maybe just do them a favor, go in and concede. Help someone out. What have you. These games go by quick anyways, so like, maybe that's a fun place to test decks. You can go into a private match here. Private matches you can pair up with friends just by typing in a password. You can generate one automatically, or you can enter a very specific password. Now, if you do this, keep in mind there's something really, really, really cool that one of the people I watch, Spraggles, if you don't know him, you should watch him, he's amazing, on YouTube, Twitch, whatever he does. He sort of encouraged the Pokemon Pocket community to play a no EX queue. So if you ever want to do that now, anybody can join by using the same password, capital NOEX. You could join this queue, and every person who has ever participated in the community that is interested in this queue will be doing this exact same thing. So it's sort of a sneaky queue, a little sneaky way to play a no EX queue variant. Normally this is meant to just partner up with your buddies, but if you want to join the other folks in the no EX queue, that is how you do that. It is amazing. I think it's a super great idea. Thank you, Spraggles. I don't think you ever watch this, but if you do, thank you. I love you. Okay. Those are private matches. Then we go into random match. Random match, this is just how you're going to be playing most of the time. In the top, you'll start on beginner, but you can also do trading card game player. Now, I need to point out, there is zero difference between beginner and trading card game player. Like, zero difference. People suck. Meaning, people are mean sometimes, and they're going to go in and they're going to be like, here's my Pikachu EX in either one of them. So, I recommend playing the trading card game player because honestly, some people who are nice are not necessarily going to go into the beginner queue with an EX deck. I don't know, it's complicated. I think trading card game player is going to be your most consistent, non-mean people location. Maybe that'll change. And hopefully, one day they're going to have a queue available, or maybe for an event for your no EX queue. That would be awesome. So that's how you do all of that. Now, I think since we've covered everything about the game... Oh, I'm missing one very important thing. Let's get into that real quick. I totally forgot to point out. Missions. this is where you find missions. We're in the battle tab, you go to missions. It tells you your missions all right here. You will have daily missions. The daily missions are like log in, boom, 1 done. Then it'll be like open a booster pack, open a wonder pick, open 2 booster packs, fight someone, whatever. And it usually requests you to only do 3 of those things, and then you will get 4 hourglasses. I think it's 4 hourglasses. I don't remember. And that's just a thing that you can do daily all the time. Very helpful. And for me, it refreshes at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because I'm Pacific Standard Time. So I don't know what time it would refresh for you, but for me it refreshes at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is your daily missions. This is where you're going to find them. You can scroll to the right, or you can click on the actual name. And this is where you're going to find the Pokedex missions for Genetic Apex, and I'm sure that you will see the other expansions clicked as well. I have done all of the missions for this Pokedex, but I have not completed my Pokedex. You can take a look at the card decks here, but it tells you sort of how it lists your missions here. So like register 5 cards in the decks, boom, you get 2 Genetic Apex tickets. Register 50 cards in the Pokedex, you get 3 Genetic Apex tickets. And these tickets, again, are used to buy the Pokemon emblems that you can wear on your profile that are specific to Genetic Apex, which are Charizard, Mewtwo, Pikachu. Then, on the next mission page, you've got Genetic Apex themed decks. These are, if you collect a card while opening your boosters for a specific deck, they will, 1, let you rent a deck for 10 games specific to that card. 2, they will have a sort of quick queue for you to be able to build a theme deck based on the cards that you have and accumulating that over time. So collect cards for the Pikachu EX deck. When I do that, I receive the reward, which is the Pikachu EX deck list, basically. I'm missing Tynamo, and that's it. They only have 1 Pikachu in this Pikachu EX deck, and that makes 0 sense to me. But you could build the decks, and they give you a way to play decks. Rental decks are actually very helpful when you're first playing, when it comes to playing all those solo missions and stuff like that. So use them. Don't be afraid to use them. Events. So this was the Fire Pokemon event. I have already completed all of these. It was basically like Wonder Pick a bunch of times and pull an Arcanine EX. During this event, in the Wonder Picks, they have rare picks for you, which you can grab, like the super fancy Arcanine EX, Charizard EX, all the other cool fire cards. And there'll also be, once in a blue moon, a free Wonder Pick that just gives you some utilities. Helpful, fun event missions. Then you have event number 2, which is the Genetic Apex Emblem event. This was the one tracking how many wins you had in the event versus mode. I have 45, so I've completed all 3 tiers in order to get all 3 emblems. I think it was like 5 wins, 10 wins, 25 wins? No, 5 or 10, 25, 45, something like that. Then you go on to the premium. Oh, and it'll also tell you, you can click the info in the top and it'll tell you like all about the event that you're on. It tells you there's 2 days left. These are your premium missions. If you have the premium pass, you have access to the premium missions. I have completed them all. This is nice to just get done, so that you can gain those benefits. That is all the missions available to see right now, except for down here in the themed collections, also on your mission page. You can look into that, and it'll sort of tell you on here, like, I'm looking for the 3-headed guys. So if I collect all 4 cards of the 3-headed guys, I will get 12 Genetic Apex tickets. If I collect all of the gym leader cards, I will get 24 Wonder Hourglasses, 5 shop tickets, and 8 Genetic Apex thingers. Now, I could just complete this right now if I wanted to spend 140 booster pack tickets, because each supporter is 70 booster pack tickets in the booster pack ticket currency marketplace. So if I wanted to, I could complete this. Keep in mind, all of these missions are always available for you to look at in the battle screen to progress the game, or if you're like looking for a way to get a quick hourglass or something, look through all of those when you're playing. I'm not sure what else there is that we can do other. You can change the volume and stuff like that. There's some tips. Otherwise, I think that covers it for the sort of walkthrough of what TCG Pocket is. I'm gonna end on just a game, so you guys can sort of see that be played out. And I will catch you guys next time. Okay guys, we're gonna end on a game real quick. I just wanted to sort of encourage, excuse me, fixing my fringe. It's not really gonna be fixed anyways. I want to encourage everybody to sort of participate in the No EXQ if you are interested. I'll show you, Spraggles isn't even streaming right now, he has nothing to do with it. You could just go into Versus, go into Private Match, type in at the top, we'll enter a password, we will do all caps, No EX, we will hit OK, and we will join with, just because the Blabberdash deck is on there, we will go with the Blabberdash. It's going to search for an opponent, and boom, we found one. We're not even playing with Spraggles, we have nothing to do with him, but because he's such a big part of the community, people know about it, and they're playing it. It's phenomenal. We are going first, which is unfortunate. You always kind of want to go second. Let's put a starter out here. And a starter out here. So that was that effect I talked about earlier. It just played it for a second. We'll start the battle. Froakie. Water deck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, water deck. He had nothing to do. Interesting. Or no, I'm the first player. So I'm going to play a Pokeball real quick, try to find another basic Pokemon. I like to thin my deck as much as possible. I'm glad we played the Vulpix to get the Ninetales out. I cannot play an energy on the first turn. Nobody can play energy on the first turn, unless you have like a Misty or something that gives energy to your Pokemon. I'm going to pass the turn. He's going to make me switch out a Pokemon. Interesting. Sure, we'll switch to Ponyta. Shows that sort of animation again. He's going to deal 10 damage to me, which is actually going to be 30 damage, which is so much. Lapidash. We're going to add 1 energy to our Ponyta. We're going to evolve our Vulpix, actually. We're going to play another Vulpix as well, because it looks like our Rapidash here is going to die. Evolve this little guy. He doesn't have any Pokemon to switch out with Sabrina, so we're not going to worry about that. We are going to Fire Main. Hurt a little bit. We're going to feel a little bad for this person and hope that they have an evolution for their Froakie. Maybe? Come on, guy, you got this. Yeah, he got this. He's got this. He only has 40 HP. Yeah. That's a bummer. Sometimes that happens. We got the victory, though, and that is all for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for coming in, watching. I really appreciate it, and please do like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me about what decks you're playing. Tell me about what videos you want to see. And thank you for stopping by. I love you guys all. I love all of you. Every single one of you. Even though there's like 2. Bye!